Hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel. My name is Vlad and today we have a whiskey from Glenfiddich Distillery, the recent release of experimental series. In this case, Orchard Experiment, bottled at 43% of ABV. Quite recently, Glenfiddich Distillery released the new experimental series, number 5 this time. And because we have a summertime, quite nice and beautiful weather outside, even in England. I know, sounds weird, but that's true. And Brian Kinsman, master distiller of Glenfiddich Distillery, decided to brew this quite fresh, apple-forward Orchard Experiment series. What we know about this whiskey? This whiskey has been matured in ex-bourbon casks and has been finished after all in the Somerset Pomona spirit cask. What is that Pomona spirit casks? It's a kind of apple liquor, I would say. It's mixture of apple juice and apple brandy. And that liquor is bottled in 20% of ABV, and it is matured in the oak casks at least 2 years. So that kind of apple liquor, I would say. And this Glenfiddich has been finished in the casks which previously held that Somerset Pomona spirit. That's the experiment, you know. As I said, we have 43% of ABV. No information about coloring added or chill filtration. But as we all know, Glenfiddich is usually chill filtered and color added, so I won't be discussing about this. So I poured this glass around 15 minutes ago. So just dive into the whiskey and looks what we have on the nose. This is quite spirit forward and young whiskey. Loads of maltiness, some vanilla, some caramel. Yeah, we have some green apples, some pears, some citrus maybe. It's quite sweet whiskey on the nose. Some cinnamon maybe, but that alcohol is not nice, to be honest. It's very unpleasant, quite spirit forward. Okay. And again, on the palate, quite spirity, quite young. It's quite fresh. Loads of maltiness, quite sweet. Some citrus, some vanilla, caramel. Quite spirit driven. When swallowed, quite spicy. I would say even slightly peppery, with the caramel notes, vanilla. In the finish, the spiciness is gently disturbing the palate, I would say, with the notes of sweetness, caramel sweetness, vanilla, some orchard fruits maybe, some apples and pears. But it's very short finish. dropping down very, very quick. £42 in UK, which is quite a lot, to be honest. I know this is experimental series, this is something unusual, but still I wouldn't pay that much for this whiskey, to be honest. I bought this whiskey on Amazon on offer. I paid £32, and to be honest, in my opinion, this is still too much for this kind of whiskey. And I thought maybe I should try to compare this Glenfiddich Orchard Experiment with the standard 12 years old, which we all know and which we all do like, I think, because it's a very good session starter. So let's compare it. This one, as I said, is spirit forward, is very grainy, it's very malty, but the 12 years old is more settled, more rounded, and on the nose it looks definitely more fresh, more orchard forward, I would say. More apples, more pears. You cannot smell the difference in alcohol level between these two whiskies. This one, to me, smells much, much better, more matured, and definitely more orchard forward. I will take a sip of this Orchard Experiment one more time. Spirit driven, grain driven, very malty. Slightly juicy, some citrus, and 12 years old. The 12 years old on the palate seems to be more fresh, more orchard forward, more appley. Sweetness is quite same level, and to be honest, I'm not able to detect that ABV difference, the 3% difference between those two. Quite same alcohol content level, I would say. But the 12 years old, to me, is more fresh in that orchard green apple way than this experimental series. But the 12 is more matured, is more complex. It's not that malty forward, it's not that, you know, alcohol forward. It's more matured, more rounded, very fresh, very nice. When that experimental series is alcohol forward, is quite young, and you can taste and smell that younginess. And the most important point now in this video. Normal price of the Glenfiddich Experimental Series number 5 is £42. When the 12 years old full-size bottle, 0.7 bottle, is cost around £28–27. Even sometimes you can get this bottle for £25. For me, decision is obvious. I would I paid for this one £32, but now when I compare these two, definitely I wouldn't buy this Orchard Experiment again. I would get that 12 years old, because this one is, at least to me, more interesting and more complex than new experimental series. That's, of course, my and only my opinion. You can have completely different opinions, so share with me in the comments down below what you think about that Glenfiddich Experimental Series number 5. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for your time and for your support. Take care for yourself, for your family, for your friends, and drink your whiskey, enjoy your whiskey, enjoy your life. Take care, see you soon, bye.